Loktar, friends, and welcome back to a special Blizzcon edition of FAMcast. This is episode 21. I'm Trevor, and I've got two of my co-hosts today. I've got Trey.
Hello.
And Zach Wynn.
Hey, guys.
All three of us are pretty big Blizzard fans, I like to say, so we're really excited that BlizzCon is only a few days away. It's where we get our biggest Blizzard announcements of the year, and I think we're going to see some really big stuff this time around for the 11th annual BlizzCon. So we're just going to jump right into it with the biggest one that I'm probably excited for is World of Warcraft.
Oh yes.
So we've had this expansion for a year. It was about 12 months ago at this point that Legion launched. And they said they were gonna increase the expansion cycle, so we're right at the end. We're about to have the last raid tier of this expansion, so we've got to have something coming up. We have to have something to look forward to, or else we're gonna have another Siege of Orgrimmar situation for over a year, and nobody wants that. Nope. So with that being said, I think we're definitely going to get an expansion announcement. Would you guys agree?
I wouldn't think so.
I mean, we have to, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, totally. Absolutely.
I mean, that's the biggest thing that I feel like is not confirmed, but like if there's anything I can guess that's going to be a BlizzCon, it's a Warcraft expansion.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you on that one. Other than, I mean, I could see them just talking about the raid or something, but I hope not.
I could see them announcing like the date of the raid, like, hey, it's going to go live next week.
That's true.
I would be so sad if they don't announce the next expansion.
They have
that
to.
would be so discouraging to everyone.
It is a fact. I'm gonna say it now. It is a fact.
The only way that they don't is if they're working on something super top secret that's really big that they announce.
I don't think.
But even then, they've got to be like, disregard that. That was a cup falling. Other than that, like, man, I don't know, like. They'd have to do, I mean, the raid, they'd have to add some kind of content other than just the raid. I mean, otherwise, it's dead.
Like, I know Trey and myself and pretty much our whole guild, we're pretty much burnt out just waiting on this next raid alone.
Yeah, we haven't played in how long? A month or two now?
It's been a couple weeks, yeah. I mean, it's been at least a month.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know.
What was the life cycle for the old expansions? For, like, Vanilla into BC, BC into Wrath?
Vanilla into BC was 2 years.
Okay.
And I think between BC and Wrath was 2 years.
Okay, so 2 years is about the average. All right.
2 years is cycle, if I'm thinking about the years. This is the quickest time between expansions for sure.
Yeah.
They've never been.
That's what I was curious about. Like, I mean, can they release? I mean, is it? I don't know, but I feel like with Vanilla, there was so much to do in Vanilla, and the grind was so hard in Vanilla compared to like now where it's gotten a lot easier, I feel like.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you're going 60 levels. There's pretty much the main world to explore. You're not just adding like one continent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as what to expect from this expansion, let's just say hypothetically, it does get announced.
Maybe.
What do you yeah, maybe. Because we've had some clues as to far as what that'll be, kind of starting with the whole Theramore guards in Azuna, I believe it was. So people are thinking we're actually gonna go to Theramore, and maybe see some underwater content again with Queen Ashara, and then also I've heard troll rumors that we might be able to go to Zandalar, and of course the most common one I've heard is Old Gods, having an Old God expansion.
Well, I don't think it would be Theramore. I think it would be Koltiris, right?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
not Theramore, Koltiris.
Right?
Yeah, that's my mistake. Scratch that.
Gosh, Trevor, I can't believe you did something like that.
You don't know the lore, Trevor. I'm just
Unsubbed.
Kidding. Yeah, Koltiris for sure.
Yeah, Koltiris for sure.
That's my guess is going to be the Koltiris, but it's definitely have to deal with the Old Gods. I think when we come back from Argus, I think the tentacles of the Old Gods will be back, and people are going to be like, "Where you guys have you been? What's going on? Like we've been trying to fight this off while you guys have been gone, and we just couldn't. So now they're slowly starting to take over. So we need you guys to fight it back."
Yeah.
Because we technically did not. We didn't kill any of the old gods. We just kind of pushed them back down into their prisons.
Yeah.
So we've got
spoilers
Yogg-Saron,
for anyone that hasn't. Right. I was gonna say spoilers to
Cthulhu.
Spoilers for anyone that hasn't seen how 7.3 ends, but it ends with Sargeras actually plunging his sword into Azeroth, and it leaves a pretty big scar in Azeroth, which apparently the scar from that has like a lot of power exuding from it. So I believe it was Illidan or Khadgar says it's going to attract a lot of things to Azeroth to claim this power.
Ooh.
So.
And it's in Silithus, so that's definitely some old god stuff right there.
Yep.
Right, it's right next door.
Right next door. But yeah, I think that's definitely going to be something with. Would it be the South Seas, right? Technically, is this what Kul Tiras is? I think.
It's right off the shore of Eastern Kingdoms, kind of right in the middle there, I believe. I could be wrong. I feel like the map has changed so much over the years.
Yeah, I want to say Kul Tiras is like a part of that whole like South Seas area.
Sure.
I think. I don't know.
You've convinced me.
That's what I think. That's what I'm gonna say.
I don't have a freaking clue. Like, you guys are much more in depth when it comes to like.
I think it's gonna be
the
very
lore and stuff of WoW.
pirate eccentric.
That's what I've seen.
Me personally, I hope not.
I hope so.
I'm not a fan of pirate themes, like just in anything. I don't want it to, like having our own ship would be cool. That like I'd be down for that.
Maybe.
Yeah, like if you transition the garrison or class order stuff to a ship, I would enjoy that. Or even if you can make it like a guild ship, something like that would be cool. But I don't know. I'm just never been a big fan of the pirate themes. But I am a fan of like the water theme in general, so I understand that usually they come hand in hand.
Right.
I'm more excited for Zandalar. I would love for us to go to the troll mainland and get another troll raid going, because those are always my favorite.
Get Zul'jin back. What?
Right, exactly.
Isn't he dead?
Yeah, he's definitely dead right now.
Oh, okay.
But they've always been so coy about like, oh well, maybe he's coming back. I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, okay. I hate it when people do that. Like,
I know,
kill
right?
kill a character, unless special circumstances. But then, they start doing stuff and they're like, oh, we brought this character back. Why don't we bring this character back? And then it's all downhill from there. It's a slippery slope, my friends.
It is. Because then no one's ever dead for real and it loses the impact.
Exactly, 100%. 100%. It's so frustrating to me. Not to shift I'm going to shift the conversation a little bit, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I don't know a lot about WoW, but what I do know... Well, I know a little bit, but I feel like we're going to see an announcement for Warcraft 3 HD.
Please.
Please.
Warcraft 3 remaster.
I've wanted that for so long.
I know.
I could see that a remaster, because I bet they took over that one project that dude was working on.
Mm-hmm.
He's working on like a Warcraft 3, or was it just Warcraft 2? I don't even remember.
I think it was Warcraft 2. I think I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm not entirely certain.
Because he's used the StarCraft 2 engine.
Yeah.
Or 3, whatever the newest StarCraft is.
StarCraft 2.
Yeah. Okay, then yeah, StarCraft 2 engine, and use it for WoW, or Warcraft stuff.
Right.
Well, like, they just released StarCraft Remastered.
True.
They remastered the first one. And then there have been postings on their site about jobs, and they talk about competitive. I may be butchering this because it's been a while since I read this, but part of the listing was for a competitive RTS set in the Warcraft world or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that or Warcraft 4. Which is
I would be okay with
fucking
either.
mind-boggling. Yeah, exactly. I'd be fine with either. Completely.
I'm cool with either, but if I had to pick between the two, give me a Warcraft 4.
You think so? I don't think
I
they
would
would
say
touch
Warcraft
Warcraft 4, and the reason being is because you have this whole story and timeline that's going on with Warcraft 3, or with World of Warcraft rather. Sorry. Unless they made it to where like it evolved alongside, like the story is whatever happened in this story is also what happened in World of Warcraft. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
Something like that. But dude,
I could see them doing.
Kill for a Warcraft game.
I could see them doing something along the lines of it being alongside of the game, because there's a lot of big battles that happen in World of Warcraft that we didn't really get to see portrayed very well, unless it was like in a cinematic or something like that. Right. But I'd rather, play in those cinematics. I think that would be pretty sweet.
I'll be very.
You could even give it the subtitle of like Caverns of Time, to where you just play not necessarily a storyline, but you play those big battles like you're saying, Trey.
Right.
To where you're already playing things that have already happened.
Like I could even see this game
like
being
Battle for Hajal. Well, I guess you did that.
For sure.
That was the worst example I could have picked, because that's what you did in Warcraft.
That kind of ties
3.
into what I was going to say. I was going to say, like, I could imagine this game being one of those things where it's just alongside, or it's not like a crazy storyline or anything like that. Like, it's just, Warcraft 4, big battles, and it's just like you play these set pieces as a match, but it's, like a StarCraft 2 or how the old games used to play, and you just go at it,
I love base building games. I love base building games so much, or real-time strategy games in general. But I love a game where you build your buildings and you send your workers out to. It tickles a special spot for me.
It does, man, and especially with, not to be a Blizzard fanboy, but I don't know, anything they put out is gold in my book.
Yeah.
So I know if they did another one, I'm sure they would crush it. If they do a remake, I'll love it, because that was my entry into Blizzard games.
Yep. Well, actually, mine was God, what is that? The Lost Vikings. I played the Lost Vikings.
Nice.
On Super Nintendo.
Very cool.
And but then we did Warcraft later on PS1, I think.
I technically think that Orcs vs. Humans was my first one, but I never actually remembered it being from Blizzard. Like I just kind of played it as a kid and was like, oh yeah, whatever, computer game, sweet.
Yeah, you have no idea what's like.
And then later down the road, I was like, oh, and then Trevor, got me really big into Warcraft 3, and I still love it to this day.
I played, like, growing up. I know this is a little bit of a side shot. Sorry about the water bottle you can hear. For me, like, growing up, I played Blizzard games, like, all of them.
Oh, yeah.
I played Orcs vs. Humans. I played Warcraft 2. I played StarCraft, man. I played the crap out of StarCraft. Diablo 1. I can't tell you how... When I played Diablo 1 the first time, it was on PS1. My stepdad had bought it. And then I found out it was on PC. And I got that, and then I got the... Do you guys remember the expansion Hellfire?
No.
It was done by a different company. It was not done...
That's weird.
...by Blizzard. Yeah. But it was you went to the store and you bought it. And, I can't remember how many characters I've killed Diablo with in Diablo 1. And then Diablo 2, just the insane amount of time I've spent in Diablo 2 and farming runes. I think that's what they're called. After the expansion to put into your weapon. Anyway, my whole life a lot of my gaming has been bent around Blizzard. I don't know, man. I wish they had more games almost, but at the same time, that's what makes them such polished games, because they work on the games that they have, and they don't try to stretch themselves too thin.
They do, man. Like you can just tell the passion that they put behind every game that they do, from something as massive as World of Warcraft down to, a card game like Hearthstone.
Yep.
Like something like that, it's such a simple concept, but they put that Blizzard shine on it that really makes it stand out. And that's why I feel like every game that they do is number one in its genre. And
for sure.
Maybe not number one, but it's you're not gonna have another MMO like WoW. MOBA, with Heroes of the Storm, I know that's debatable, but card game wise, Hearthstone's definitely at the top. I think it's going to be hard to overthrow that too.
For sure.
At least as far as digital card games go.
Oh yeah, digital card games, yeah, 100%. And some of that, I wonder sometimes if that is, it has its own thing, right? Like it has its own set of rules and stuff. But I wonder if a lot of that is just the name behind it. Like it's a Blizzard card game. It's in the World of Warcraft universe.
Absolutely.
I wonder sometimes if that carries a lot of hype, and I wonder if other card games are actually better. I have a buddy that has tried out a few of the other digital card games, because he doesn't like how random sometimes Hearthstone can be. Because you have there's a lot of randomness to it with card abilities and stuff like that. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not trying to discredit them. I'm just saying I agree with you, and I wonder if there's anything else.
No,
go ahead. Sorry.
No. I was just gonna say, I know we've got a bunch of different franchises to jump over to. But I did want to touch back on World of Warcraft before we jump from the Warcraft universe.
Yeah, I've got a lot to say about Warcraft still.
Okay, good.
Sorry.
Because no, you're fine. Because it all ties into Warcraft anyway, so it's all the same franchise there. And that's something I wanted to touch on eventually, anyways, because it's been rumored for so long, and that we've seen all these job postings.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's hope we finally see that come to fruition this weekend. But one thing I wanted to mention, one of the bigger rumors, kind of alongside the Old Gods expansion, is that Jaina is going to play a pretty big role in this next expansion.
Yeah, for sure.
For two reasons. She's been completely absent from Legion, other than like when it first started, and she just gives a middle finger to everyone. It's just like, fuck it. If you want to mess with the Horde, then I'm not helping.
Right.
Which is a pretty shitty move. Like, okay, just let your world be attacked by the Legion, whatever. So she's gone. So a lot of people think that she's been hearing whispers of the Old Gods and shit. So she's going to be turned, or who knows? That's just one of the rumors I've heard. But another kind of a big telltale sign is she's the key art of the Warcraft franchise for BlizzCon this year.
Oh yeah.
And those are always pretty big hints.
For sure.
Like, why Jaina? Like, you've got all these characters, you pick Jaina. Like, okay, like we see what's going on here.
Or if they would pick like what was his name, Bane Butthoof, I would have been like, what? Like, why?
Right.
Like Torns have like barely any lore other than the Tonka and like the other bovine cousins they have. But
right,
man, yeah, I mean it's kind of obvious what's gonna happen, I think. But
I mean that. I was gonna say, go ahead and go with what you think is gonna happen so far, because I've just kind of mentioned some random rumors that I've heard. I don't think I've really set my sights on anything that is gonna happen for sure.
Yeah.
But I'd love to hear what you have to say.
I think you're absolutely right about the Jaina thing. She's either gonna be crazy because of the Old Gods, or she's been searching for her family, which is because her dad was the king of Kultiris or something like that, or the admiral of the Kultiris fleet. So I think she's just probably searching for herself, quote unquote. But I think the demon or the void is gonna come get her, for sure.
Well, you guys are awfully negative. Gosh.
Well, yeah, I don't like Jaina anymore. I used to like her a lot.
Yeah,
I love Jaina.
I used to like her a whole lot too, man.
Like, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say ever since, and it's going to sound really bad, but ever since Garrosh bombed her city and she went crazy, like, granted, that's a pretty good reason to get pissed off.
Right.
But also you have to understand, like, that's not the Horde. Like, that's an extremist.
Right.
It's just like, I don't know, it's just like in real life
Trump.
where...
Oh my god.
Garrosh was the Trump of the Horde.
It's... Right. I mean, it's just like you have, maybe someone of color did, maybe like a...
Stepping back a second, okay? Go ahead, sorry.
Okay, fine. No, fine. I won't talk about it.
No,
I was just saying that he's an extremist, and she was basically making the whole Horde a part of that when he was just working on, pretty much on his own agenda.
No, yeah. Sorry, I wasn't trying to stop you from talking about that. I apologize. I was just, I wanted to do one thing at a time. I think and mind you, guys know a lot more about the Horde or the lore than I do. I mean, the Horde and the Alliance have been going at it for a long ass time.
For an eternity.
Yeah, exactly.
Since the orcs first stepped foot on Azeroth.
Exactly. And so there's already like that shading it. No one really trusts the Horde, that kind of thing. And I'm sure there's more to it, but like I feel like the bombing of her city, I feel like that's a justified reason to hate the Horde.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I genuinely do. I don't think now. Don't get me wrong. I don't know, man. I get frustrated with her because it's like, yeah, that was Garrosh and everything else, but I don't know. I think I would react the same, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say I stopped liking her probably around the time of around the beginning of Legion and a little bit before then. Probably the end of Siege.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was the end of Siege, and Vol'jin was like, "Oh, I'm the leader of the Horde now, and you can speak to me." And Jaina was like, kill them all, get rid of them." And
Varian had to step in, right?
Yeah, Varian stepped in. No, because no, she was telling Varian to kill them all, but it was the Pandaren guy.
Oh yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
That guy. We all know who we're talking about. He's the one that stepped in and was like, "Nope, what he did, it hurt the both of us. He'll be set to trial."
Yeah.
Which I was like, whew, because Jaina was about to throw some ice at somebody, and someone was gonna die. No, it was not Chen.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's the only other famous Pandarian, pretty much, other than Lily.
Cho?
The Shadow Pan leader.
No, it wasn't. Nope.
Okay,
I'm
done trying to guess. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was that guy. We can visualize him. You can see it in the cinematic.
Yeah.
It was not Cho or Chen, but yeah.
Something else to say.
I stopped liking her after then because, yeah, I stopped liking her after then because that's when you could just see she was like so hatred, like all of her hate was just like boiling, and then when it came to Legion, she was like, "You're siding with the Horde. I'm out. I'm out of the Kirin Tor. I'm leaving everything. I'm gone."
Yeah.
And that's when I was just like, okay, yeah, she's gone. She's off my list of my favorites.
Right. Like, come on, the world's under attack. Now's not the time for your petty bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I know you guys feel differently, but I don't know. I feel like the hatred should be directed towards Garrosh, and I mean the Horde.
That boy is dead.
Right. Like, come on. What else do you want? The dude that did that is dead. Like, I don't know what else is gonna make you feel
Right, like
better.
she used to be so nice to Thrall, like all the time.
Oh yeah, her and Thrall were so cool.
Even Thrall's gone, but I think that's because Metzen's gone. But
well, even
still,
I think Lost.
Well, he's been.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say he's been chilling in the Eye of the Storm.
Yeah, the Maelstrom. Yeah, he's just been like chilling. It's like I want some more Thrall, some green Jesus action, you know?
Some green Jesus. That's hilarious. I was just gonna say, I think what I love about Warcraft, and I think you see it in Jaina, is you have a character there. Like, you have a character with complexity and stuff. Mm-hmm. And like, I feel like losing all of Theramore, it did twist her. Because I mean, if you think about everything going all the way back to Warcraft 3, right? She's in Warcraft 3, right? Yeah. Like, all the stuff she's been through and such, and she kept her head up, and then finally this is the thing that broke her. Everything else, I don't know that it makes me like her less. I think I understand her pain, or understand her empathize. I can empathize with it, but yeah, I definitely say I don't like her choices and stuff. I don't know why I'm getting so hung up on you guys. I'll be like, well, she's not my favorite. I don't know why it bothers me so much. I think it's just because it's like it's Jaina, and like I feel bad for her, and I feel like it is a complex situation. And,
yeah, I will say that. I'll say that I feel bad for her.
Yeah, and I like the fact that she's like, oh, you know what? No, screw you guys. I'm not going to. I don't like it from the standpoint of, what she should actually do, like put other people before herself. But like, I feel like if Blizzard was just like, yeah, she's just gonna be fine with it and do all this stuff, and she's gonna fight alongside the Horde again. I just feel like that would be too.
Such a cop-out?
Yeah, it would be a cop-out. Maybe, yeah, it'd be very much.
I agree.
I feel like it'd be a cop-out to the character and the storytelling.
No, I feel you.
Sorry, that's my nerd moment of being
like,
frustrated about storytelling stuff.
No, I see what you're saying, for sure. And I understand, because, like, you know, she lost her one person she loved, Arthas, right? She used to like Arthas a lot. Or she used to practically be boyfriend and girlfriend. Arthas
they
gone.
were definitely going to bang.
Oh, yeah, totally. Arthas is gone, and then I think, you know, Theramore was just that tipping point upon all of those things that happened, you know, in the previous expansions.
Yeah.
And then Theramore was just like, nope, this is it, I'm done. She clicked, her hair turned white, she's over it. But
I am excited, though. Can you imagine a raid fight against Jaina? Jesus.
Oh, man.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, it would.
I don't know, because we got
Giant-ass water
Illyria.
elemental.
We got Illyria, who's all about the Void now. She's literally become one with the Void. So, we'll see. We'll see who takes over Jaina. If there is someone who takes over Jaina. Maybe it's just her who's gone crazy, and we got to bring her back to the real world, I guess. Not kill her, because I think I'm tired of these lead characters being killed off.
Yeah. You know,
And I want the Horde to have a solid, stable leader who does not die, who's not insane. I just
doesn't go to
want
live
a
in the
good
heart of the storm.
Right.
Maelstrom. You know, on the same kind of thought process, I know we've touched on World of Warcraft and Warcraft, but what do you guys think about Hearthstone? You think they'll show anything for Hearthstone?
I bet we get a teaser for a new expansion.
You think so? The new
I think
expansion
so.
comes out once every, is it 3 months, I think? Or 4 months? Something like that?
Something
I
like
forget
that.
how often. I mean, they're definitely ramping it up for sure.
I definitely...
They've kind of...
Go, sorry.
They've hit their stride. I don't know if they have a pattern as far as differentiate between like adventures and expansions. And I know this last one, the Frozen Throne, we got both in one.
Yeah.
So I'm not
yeah.
sure if the next one will just be an adventure or just to be an expansion. But I'm really excited to see what they do next because there's just so much to pull from. Like they just have an endless amount of cards.
Yep.
If there is any class that you guys think they would add to the game, what do you think they would add?
I don't think they'll ever add a class.
I don't.
I'm saying
I
just-
don't
just
believe
a what
that for
if.
a second. I think they can add a class. If I had to guess, though, Jesus, what class?
do-
They
It's
added
tough.
in Burning Crusade. They added races, right? Not classes.
Correct.
Yeah? Okay.
And
Do you want me to go and
duality
while you
of-
think on it?
And they had a duality of shaman and paladins to each side,
yeah.
and it was blood elves and Draenei.
So
for
it's
Burning
like
Crusade.
they were adding a class to each
Each side, yeah, alliance and
side.
horde.
Yeah. I think they'd add a Death Knight.
Interesting. Yeah, they kind of already did, but
Oh, yeah, I guess that's a good point. No, they did, didn't they?
I mean,
Via the cards. Yeah, I guess that's true.
not a solid class, you know.
And actually, I kind of like the
But-
idea behind that, too, because the Death Knight was a heroic class anyway, so you had
Right.
to be a certain level. So I actually, you know what? I like that. I never even thought about that. That's fucking genius. Because, like, you don't
Yep.
start the game with it. You have to get
Correct.
in so far, and then you can play your mana card. Yeah, I think... Shit, man. Other than that, they might add... Should they add a panda? Just to do it? No.
Just a panda class, that's it.
Or-
like a
or-
brewmaster, a monk.
A monk,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Shit, yeah.
They
Why
could
not
add a
monk?
monk.
That'd
Yeah,
be
yeah.
interesting.
That'd be very interesting.
My vote is
wonder
for
though.
Demon Hunter.
I feel like it'd just be under rogue. Like it'd be like
My thought with
some subclass of rogue.
Yeah, maybe.
My thought with that is do it the same way that you did the Death Knights. Make each hero like a fell version of themselves.
That would
Oh,
be
like
cool.
a metamorphosis.
Mm-hmm.
That would be
Okay.
kind of cool.
I could see that.
I don't know, man. I think I know with Magic the Gathering they have sets, and a new set comes out every 3 or 4 months, and I think that's how Hearthstone is planning on doing it, based on the way they do have a. Oh, sorry guys, I've been up for a while today. They do have like a standard amount of time they leave between. I don't know that they're gonna show a new set. I want them to show something though. I've been so into Hearthstone lately. I would like them to show something.
I think they would show off a new
Yeah.
expansion. That's
Which-
just me though.
Speaking of which, did you
At least
guys
tease
see
it.
there's a new Warlock portrait for Hearthstone?
Is
Yeah,
it
for
the,
Fireside Gatherings.
Yeah,
the gnome, right?
Yeah. So we
Nice.
should find a Fireside Gathering. We should go get that.
Yeah.
We could
For
create
sure.
one.
We could.
Just-
Oh, can you create one? Just be like, hey, I'm a Fireside Gathering.
Yeah, you can do that.
Oh, cool. We should do that.
Interesting.
Yeah, we can host our own. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. I'd be down for that.
I don't know.
I will say for the virtual ticket, they haven't shown off what the Hearthstone prize is for buying a
True.
virtual ticket. So I'm sure it has
True.
something to do with whatever they're going to announce.
I hope so.
A card back. It's gonna be a Jaina card back.
Says the guy.
Boo.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Hey, Trevor, if you don't want that, I'll take that. If you get a code.
Oh, sorry, it's already tied in my account. Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
sorry. I guess I still have to buy mine. Crap.
Um.
I'll probably buy mine like the day before.
Yeah. How much is it?
So-
40?
Yeah.
40.
Maybe. We'll think about it.
So we've touched on WoW and Hearthstone, but one other thing, because it kind of ties back with how we just ended Hearthstone, talking about what class, hypothetically, if they were to add something else. I kind of wanted to touch on that real quick with WoW, because
Yeah. No,
usually
yeah.
and that's kind of a big deal. So normally they kind of alternate. Usually they do like a class, then a race. So last time they did the Demon Hunter class. So
Hmm.
do you think this time around we're going to get a race? Are we going to get a class, or do you think we're going to see both?
I think we're just gonna get a rate. Oh
What
no, I talked
race
to this
would
with
it
my
be?
buddy. So
Sorry.
I think we're going to have our subclasses finally, or sub races finally,
Yeah.
because I don't think they can do a Naga. I mean, lore wise, it would make sense because Illidan, he's gone, and he kind of was leading a certain race of the Naga or class of the Naga or whatever they're called, group of the Naga, and they can't do like leg armor obviously for Naga because they don't have legs. Murlocs could be something, but that'd be too goofy. Um,
That's what they said about pandas.
but pandas make sense.
I'm just saying, everyone said the pandas were too goofy, and look where we're at.
And they were 100% right. Go on.
And then Nightborn could be another one, but I'm tired of that'd be what 3 elf races in the game.
Yeah.
Technically 4 if you count trolls. They were kind of elves at one time, sort of. But besides that, I think that we'll do our subclasses because then that means we would get extra customizations. We could do the brown orcs, the red orcs if you wanted to, and then we could do our Tonka. We could do Yongal. Blood elves could get, I don't know, like high elf, but I don't know what that would make. That wouldn't make any sense at all. So never mind. Well, no.
No, I think
I'll keep
the
that.
subclass or the sub races. It's something they've talked about for years now. So I think it's
Uh-huh.
definitely plausible that we see that. As far as the Naga stuff goes, because I agree it's probably not going to happen. But one solution that me and Mike have talked about this, they could do a passive, like a scaling passive in place of the leg and boots.
Uh-huh.
That way it scales with your level and your item level. That way it even though you don't technically have that slot,
Okay.
you still have it set as a passive. Just like if we're trying to think of like a creative workaround here as far as how it could work. You could think of the same thing with like any other non-humanoid
Yeah.
race.
Yeah, you're right.
Not saying it's gonna happen. It's just if they need to make it happen, you can use that idea, and I won't mind
Come on,
re-rolling a Naga.
Blizzard. Hello.
Because I would switch to a Naga real quick. As much as I love my Tauren, I've been a Tauren since vanilla.
I miss being a
but
Tauren. I've been an orc for a while now.
it's been a while.
Not
Man.
to say I don't like orcs, but man, I can't think of any other races they would put in other than those, or even a class. I can't think of a class other than like, let's put in a swashbuckler.
Yeah, I mean, if it's pirate, would they do that? Do you think they'd go pirate theme? Like, oh, yeah, like you said.
No, because that would be like a
swashbuckler.
rogue, anyways, right?
Yeah, you would
swashbuckler,
think so.
it's kind of
You
a
would
rogue.
think so.
I remember
Maybe
all
a
the
guy that
rumors
uses
when
guns more than hunters, anyway, or like pistols.
We do
Sure.
need another male class because there are only 2 in the game.
yeah, if they do something, it's got to be a male class. Wait, there's 3, aren't there?
No, it's just shaman and hunters.
Yeah, shaman and hunters. I'm
Dang,
pretty sure.
that's crazy.
Wait,
Yep.
don't rogues get male eventually?
Leather,
Just
Oh,
leather.
Okay, my bad.
leather and cloth have the most. Yeah, because rogue, death,
Cloth
or,
has
yeah,
3.
death armor. Rogue, druid, and monk,
Monk.
and demon. Yeah, demon hunters.
Yeah.
That's 4. Cloth is mage, priest, warlock.
Lock.
Yeah, so it's got to be. Plate has 3,
Yep.
so it's got to be male next. Hopefully, I don't know what they'd put in, like bard. A bard would be cool. I would switch to a bard.
That'd be kind of neat. I'd like to see them try to pull that off.
I don't know. I can't. There's nothing else I could think of that they could put in that game
Yeah.
as far as class or race.
I got nothing either. Unless they did something with well, no, I won't
Like the
even go
dragon
there. I was
can.
gonna-
Like you think the dragons would
Oh, that'd be cool.
Some
I'd be
kinda-
interested in that.
some kind of dragon bipedal.
All right, I think that would it'd be an interesting mix for this expansion, going with old gods and trolls and dragons. Like it would be the most variety we've gotten out of the expansion. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
It would be essentially they like had postcards on a board, tied up an intern, spun them around 3 times, put a blindfold on them, and then said, "All right, throw the darts," and left the room and came back. And they're like, "Okay, we got dragons and pirates. There's some old gods. Yeah." Get the writers in here where they got to figure out how to tie all this shit together.
Right.
I don't know.
Someone
man.
call Metzen.
Call Metzen.
Call Metzen right
back.
But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that before we switched over.
Yeah, I was gonna say something about that too, but
yeah.
No,
What's
you're
next
good.
on the
I mean,
chopping block?
it's one of the most exciting parts of the new expansion.
for sure.
So I'm sure they'll.
Besides a continent and mounts, then yeah, for sure, race or class is definitely next.
I'm sure
best
they'll
thing.
they'll surprise us for sure.
I think so. They could come up with something
What
entirely
if they
new.
just walked out on the stage and said, "Guys, listen, this is the big news. We're adding 2 expansions instead of 1, but then that's it. This is the end of the world of Warcraft."
No, I'm
I'm moving past your negativity, and we're moving on to Heroes of the Storm.
Oh, fair enough.
So Heroes of the Storm has had a pretty big year. Tons of new heroes,
Yeah.
new maps. I think, especially with the launch of Heroes 2.0, that's really what did it for me. That locked me into this game. With the loot chests and everything, like this is a solid MOBA. So I'm excited to see some new heroes. Hopefully no Overwatch heroes for a while. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the Overwatch heroes.
Come on.
But we've had a lot lately. I just want to see a little bit more variety. Oh yeah, Diva a couple months ago too. Like it's been a big year for the Overwatch characters.
It's a new IP.
I get it. I know. I get it. I get it, man.
They gotta throw in, gotta throw those in there.
And hey, I'm not against adding more. I would love to see everyone in Overwatch get in. Okay. I'm just saying, like, maybe let's take a little break. Let's throw someone from some Diablos, someone from get the Hearthstone Tavern guy in there. Like, do it up.
Oh, that would be so cool.
And I think that if Blizzard would do that. Like they're the company that would do something like that too.
Hearthstone card as a character.
I mean,
yeah, who would have thought that ETC would be a character for sure. So with that being said, if you guys had to pick, we'll just stick with 2 characters each from any franchise. What 2 characters do you want to bring into Heroes?
You asked me too quickly.
Zach, you can go ahead and go first.
Oh, of course I can. Jesus, I don't even know. I would like to see Deckard Cain from Diablo.
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet. I don't know
what he would do. Yeah, I have no idea how he would play.
Some kind of book.
Support character or a specialist character, probably.
I think he would be a specialist.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Who would the other character be? We've got a lot of the major. We've got the major Diablo classes. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I don't think there's any class missing now.
Other than Druid.
Yeah, I guess we don't have the Druid, do we? But we have Diablo, we have Malthael. Do we have all the Primevals?
No.
Oh, no.
No, we don't. We only have Diablo as the only Primeval. So we could totally get Bale or... Shit.
Ooh, Bale would be sweet.
Right? I can't remember what the other Primeval is. He's the boss in Act 3.
Wait,
Act 3 or Act 2? I can't. Something with an M, I think. Mephisto.
Oh yeah.
Mephisto.
Bale.
So I would like to see one of the Primevals. I think.
Fair enough. Those are 2 solid Diablo choices.
They brought in Butcher, and that's a random boss, and Leoric.
Yeah.
He's kind of a
Butcher's so goddamn iconic though.
True. Yeah, for sure.
Playing Diablo 1 the first time, and you walk into that room, the Butcher's in, and you've been blowing through skeletons so far the entire game, and then you hear that fresh meat, and all of a sudden he fucking darts at you because he walks super fast. Dude, I remember being scared to death. I got killed by the Butcher 10 times before I actually figured out how to beat him. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, I think those are solid choices.
Very solid.
Trevor, you want to go next, or should I?
If you want to go, I've got mine locked in, so hopefully you don't take them.
I'm gonna say May, just because
I knew you were gonna say May.
Right.
she No, she would play well. She would play well in a MOBA. I think slowing people.
Fun.
She'd kind of have Jaina's Frostbolt, but whatever. That's cool. The wall would be perfect.
Yep.
Her AOE slow/freeze is perfect. I mean, granted, it's probably just gonna be another like Jaina clone, but they could mix her up somehow. And then my other one, I can't think of anyone else that I'd want to put in.
Reinhardt.
Oh, Reinhardt. Yeah, Reinhardt would be really good because we need more like tanks, and his wall is pretty unique to him.
He'd be a very cool. Yeah, I would really like to see the way he would play, the way they design.
And then I'm gonna add a third one, just because I don't want to be all Overwatch, and I love Overwatch so much, but I want to see a demon from Warcraft.
Damn it!
I'm sorry. I'll just say that, just to close it off from me.
Okay.
Trevor, you go ahead. I want you to be specific.
Because I was going to lead in. I feel like there's so many cool demons in Warcraft
Yes.
that they haven't even added one.
Is Kel'Thuzad not a demon?
He's a aberration.
He's a lich. Classified as undead instead of demon.
Okay. Yeah.
If I had to pick a specific one, though, I would pick Magtheridon.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
I feel
one.
like getting a Pit Lord would in there. But it's tied with him or Tichondrius. I think a Dreadlord would be really cool in there too. So those are the two demons I think would be cool. An Eridar would be cool, like Archimonde or Kil'jaeden too.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll stick with my Dreadlord and Pit Lord there.
I think Jiraxis would be cool.
Yeah, Jiraxis would be cool.
Just because. You face Jiraxis!
Right.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Oh shit. I had my two locked in and then I completely forgot. Any of the dragons could be cool.
Oh, yeah.
Because they'll have like their human form and then their ults could be like their dragon form or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Chromie's
Kinda
in
like
there, right?
Chromie.
Isn't she?
Yeah, that's true. She's not like a
aspect.
Oh, okay.
aspect. None of them are aspects anymore. Oh.
Right. Oh.
But then I think the Hearthstone Tavern guy would be really cool. I honestly would like to see that.
That'd be really funny.
But that's I'll cut it off at that because I feel like I could keep going on with Warcraft characters I want to see.
I expect we're gonna see maybe a new map, although or at least the announcement of a new map because they did just release a new map.
Volskaya.
Right.
Yeah, which I don't care for at all.
Yeah, both the Overwatch maps suck.
Yep.
A little
Don't know what's up with that.
A little disappointing.
But yeah, I don't see them like announcing any huge changes or anything like that. To be honest.
Yeah, I don't see any huge changes, like not as large as the 2.0 that we got.
Yeah.
Right.
But I could see, like you said, maybe an expansion announcement because they usually like to do those little expansions.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we'll get an announcement of like 2, maybe 3 heroes and 1 new map.
That'd be kind of cool. I
could see that because. Yeah, for sure. Maybe a new cinematic from Hearthstone or not Hearthstone. Heroes of the Storm. That'd be pretty cool. I remember the first one.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. Just seeing all these franchises come together.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
It was so good.
Let's move on to let's see, what do we have next? We already touched Hearthstone. Overwatch. Let's set up Overwatch.
Okay.
So
no, I'm kidding.
Get out of here, Zach.
You do it to me all the time, so here I am. I enjoyed Overwatch for like the month that I played it, but I got bored with it. But it's just not my type of game either. Like,
yeah.
As far as shooters go, I prefer something that's like Call of Duty.
Yeah, I feel you. I understand.
But I still think it's a good game.
Okay.
Though. I think it's a good game.
We all play bad games. That's all right. What? I'm just joking, man.
No, you're fine.
Honestly, Zach, like I'm the same way. Like I love Overwatch as a franchise, but I don't play that often.
Yeah.
I mean the only time that I'll play is if I'm playing with friends. I can't play that game alone though. I love the characters.
If my friends didn't play Heroes, instead they played Overwatch, I'd be playing Overwatch.
Right. No, I get that. But with Overwatch, it's a little different because we don't really get new heroes all that often. So I'm kind of curious to see what they announce because last year when me and Trey went, we had the big
Oh my
somber announcement
god,
that was
that
delayed
was so
for.
good.
It was awesome. Like they cut off the lights, like she actually hacked the conference and stuff. They did a really good job at announcing
Yeah,
that.
they
And
did.
the crowd just lost it.
Like we all knew it was coming. Like we all called
Right.
it. But when it happened, we all lost our shit. It was awesome.
Yeah. It's finally happening.
Right. Jeez.
So I think it was an IGN interview with Jeff Kaplan from the Overwatch team. And I think he said that the next is it Hero 26? Is that what they're on, or 27?
27.
Or maybe both of those are wrong. I don't know. Basically, their next hero, he said it's like pretty far along in development. They said nothing to show off at this time, but they'll have news, at a later date.
Right.
So maybe I think it's possible we could get an announcement for a hero. Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely. I definitely think so.
I like it. Oh, something just happened.
Sorry.
It's all good.
So we completely threw off my train of thought there. What was I saying?
New character.
Oh yeah, new character. We had Doomfist not too long ago, but I still think we could see something happen at this year's BlizzCon.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we've got what? Doomfist just happened. I think they were talking about something with like the Christmas event last year, where something about the family that Reaper was looking at has ties into something. So that's a thing.
Oh,
and
cinematics.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Give me more Overwatch cinematics, please.
Yeah.
Easily. So
Give
many.
me a Netflix series.
I want something. I don't care. It could be about anyone. It could be just one about Snowball. I'll watch it. It could be one about Pachamari. I'll watch it. Give me anything Overwatch, please.
Give me a kids show for 3 seasons, all about Pachamari.
Nope.
Oh yeah. Easily. Give me a kids book about Pachamari. I'd read it. That'd be Oprah book club any day.
Right.
Absolutely.
No, I'd love the. Like I said, I'm not a huge player. I don't play all that often. I do enjoy when I do play it, but the lore is what really pulls me in, man. Like
For
you have
sure.
so many interesting characters that we don't know a whole lot about still.
Because it's such a new IP, man. It's only
Yeah,
been out
it's-
for
it's-
what? Yeah, a year and some
year and a
change.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're constantly learning more and more. Like there are new cinematics, new comic books, new animations. It's awesome that this is their way of telling stories. So I'm excited what Michael Chu has in store for us next.
For sure.
He's got some good stuff for us previously. So I'm sure we'll see some big story moves come BlizzCon this
You
weekend.
guys think any new game modes would happen? Like,
What?
we got Capture the Flag, we got Team Deathmatch. What about, like, Search and Destroy for Overwatch? How crazy would that be?
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I just can't see that happening. That would be insane.
But it's like a character locked, so you can only play with specific heroes. Maybe.
Be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always up for new game types for sure.
For sure. I don't know anything new for Overwatch. I'm always excited for.
Right.
You know, I've always thought about character concepts and what they should add into the game. Like they need more vertical characters to take care of things like Pharah and Mercy. Even D.Va
Like the
sometimes when
disguise?
she's up there. I think some kind of low damage lock-on character would be really cool. I think someone who could cling to walls would be interesting. But that's just me, though. You know.
No,
Those are
Trey,
just
they're
my
not going to
ideas.
cross over with Marvel and bring Spider-Man into Overwatch.
No, I don't.
We've
Stop.
talked about this.
I'm not saying that.
We've talked about this, Trey.
I'm not saying that. I do want to
just messing with you,
see
man.
some cross-franchise skins, though. There's
Right.
a lot of really cool, like, fan-made art that's really cool. Like, someone did a Reinhardt Ragnaros, and it was badass.
That would be so cool.
Yeah,
Well,
dude, it
even
was
think about
amazing.
the Diva the Destroyer in Heroes. Like,
Oh, yeah, like, bring that over.
Yes,
bring
dude.
that over. Come on.
Hell yeah.
That would be really cool.
And honestly, the last 2 franchises we have, because we've got StarCraft and Diablo. For Diablo, they already announced that they're not going to have any new information.
Oh,
at
they
BlizzCon.
did?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Wow.
Yep.
I really feel like
I
they
feel bad
ruined
for that
the
franchise.
Diablo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Diablo 3 is fun enough, I guess, but it's not Diablo 2.
Yeah.
No,
Or
it'll
Diablo
never be
1.
Diablo 2.
I know it won't, but like I don't know. But then they just like they add stupid shit like a $15 DLC to play as a necromancer. I don't know, man. I'm
I mean,
so
at least it's getting
Diablo
support,
3.
I guess.
Yeah.
Like, you're still getting seasons. You're still getting...
And they
like,
still have a
DLC,
user base.
but-
I mean, I still see quite a few people playing on my friends list.
Oh yeah.
It's just.
I mean, I beat the
discouraging.
story and quit, but that's just me.
Yeah. I mean, I did the grind for a while, but like the grind worked back in 2001, 2002, whenever Diablo 2 came out. But like we're at a different stage in gaming now, and the grind is still there, but you have to add more to it. It can't just be
Right.
run through these sections of the game and kill these things. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess I don't know. Diablo just it really makes me sad that I don't play more Diablo, or they haven't done more to like really sell it. But that's my
Sure.
opinion too. And the other one was StarCraft. You know, they just dropped StarCraft Remastered. Have they said that they're not going to announce anything for StarCraft?
They haven't said that, but I like you just mentioned with the StarCraft remaster just releasing.
Yeah.
I don't foresee them really doing a whole lot.
I know they're doing some cool stuff for StarCraft Remastered. Like they're actually doing a Day 9 voice pack, which I think announced.
Oh,
pack,
nice.
Which is super.
Yeah, I saw
sweet.
that.
As a big Day 9 fan. I don't know. I really doubt they'd announce StarCraft 3. I really doubt that.
I don't
It's
think so.
too
And
either.
they're
soon.
not going to do another expansion for StarCraft 2. I mean, they've already got Legacy of the Void and Heart of the Swarm, and then Wings of Liberty, the base one.
Yeah, those are the
Right.
three. What if they add a new race, you know? Well, that'd be a whole nother game.
Yeah, right. That would be something intense. That'd have to be a whole nother game. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
StarCraft.
I
Maybe
think-
they finally get around to announcing a game that isn't an RTS. Like
That would be great.
Yeah, I would
StarCraft
love to,
Ghost.
I would love for
Wow.
I would love for Blizzard to totally blindside us and be like, "Hey guys, just so you know, we're not announcing anything for this, or this, but here's a new game." And like, the crowd goes wild.
Like a new IP entirely, or just like a new
either
game
For
within
StarCraft.
a franchise? Oh, for
either a
StarCraft,
new
okay.
IP or a new game with StarCraft. Just anything. I don't know,
Guys,
man.
here it is.
I don't know. I'd just be happy. with
StarCraft Battlegrounds.
StarCraft Battle.
You heard it here first.
No.
Yep. 100 players. StarCraft first
Oh,
person
StarCraft
shooter.
Battle Royale. I would
Oh,
play that, dude. But you got to pick the
I
Zerg,
probably would
the
too.
Protoss.
Gonna
Dude, yeah. It sounds like sitting here. I'm like,
Easily.
that's kind of fucking.
I would
stupid.
easily play that.
The second Trevor said it, I was like, oh, that's kind of fucking stupid. And then I immediately started to rationalize why I would play the shit out of it in my head.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you could play the Protoss or the Zerg or the Terran maybe, and yeah. Anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. Okay. I would back that. I would play it.
I don't know. Like that sounds. We'll see, dude. Can you imagine? I am interested to see some of the goofy ass games that comes out of the battle royale scene, but that's a different podcast.
sure.
There's
Yeah.
they had that listing for a mobile game, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
still haven't said anything about that.
Fuck
so
that. I don't.
They said it's
I
going to
think-
be a MOBA mobile game.
Yeah, interesting.
Hearthstone or Heroes of the Storm on your phone. That would be
Because
crazy.
that'll work so well.
I hate
that
mobile
would
games.
be-
Like some mobile
Me
games
too.
are good,
Other than-
right? There are some that
Other
are
than
fun.
Hearthstone,
Yeah. Like Hearthstone works.
which I think that gives it more popularity because it's on your phone. You can play it anywhere.
Oh yeah.
But
when
anyways,
it's a slow paced game that you can do that with. Then there are some mobile games that they want you to like. They're like shooters. And it's like, hey, this doesn't work as a game concept, guys.
right. All those Overwatch clones on cell phones.
Oh my. Yeah, I've seen a
Oh my
couple of those,
gosh.
dude.
They're so bad.
Paladins.
Well, it's not even on cell
Might
phones.
as
It's
well
just a
be.
bad game.
Jesus. Okay. Well, on that note, I've got nothing else to say about BlizzCon. I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to the announcements, but I'm trying not to get too hyped for it.
I will
And
throw
Zach-
my one concept out for Diablo.
Let's hear it.
I didn't get to talk much about Diablo.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
But I did this last year at BlizzCon. We had people next to us. They're like, oh, they're going to talk about the Necromancer. We already know this. I'm like, but what if they were to make a Diablo game but in the style of Demon Souls or Dark Souls, whatever you want to call it nowadays.
Dude, you have.
Where,
I
like,
will pre-order it tomorrow.
You've got these crazy demons that, you know, we see from the top down, but we don't get to see them face to face, you know?
Yeah.
How sweet would that be? Because, you know, you get your crazy bullet hell-ness of Diablo, but, you know, you can do it in that on the ground Demon Soul style where you have to, you know, dodge stuff. You know, you're fighting these demons off wave after wave, and, you know, you just do the damn thing. Give me a cool ass dungeon crawler.
I would love to see that's something
epic instead of a snore where you're just clicking and pressing Q or 1, 2, 3 over and over. Like, give me something where you're strategically like, oh, I gotta swing here. Oh, I gotta wait a second. I gotta back up. I gotta dodge this fireball, and then I'll hit this. You know, I just want that.
I would love to see something like either like a Dark Souls, Demon Souls kind of game in that, or like go over the top with like an action hack and slash kind of game.
Oh yeah, that'd be sweet.
Like
it works.
Shit. What was the name of that apocalypse game where you're one of the riders of the apocalypse?
Darksiders.
Darksiders. Oh.
Like a Darksiders in the Demon or in the Diablo universe.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
As like you have 5 classes or 3 classes or 4 classes or whatever, and each one plays differently, and you still had like an RPG element to it, but it was dude, I think that's a great idea. I would love to see it.
Right.
I don't think it'll ever happen, but I would love to see it.
And that's what the people said next to me. Like, when we were talking, they were like, holy shit, you need to find someone from Blizzard and pitch that immediately. And I was like, well, if I would if I could.
I would if I could. I love that, Trey.
Yes, it's my idea now.
No.
You heard it here first, folks.
Dirty little lawbreaker. Dirty little lawbreaker.
Zach, you're actually going to be joining us for BlizzCon, is that correct?
Actually, I may not be, because that is the weekend. Friday night, I'm going to see Christopher Titus at the Funny Bone in Columbus. And then Saturday, I have like a 4-year-old's birthday party to go to.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to have a babysitter, so I think I may go see Thor Ragnarok with my wife.
Nice.
Which I'm super pumped for. I can't wait. I love Thor.
Me too.
Of all the superheroes in the Avengers, Thor's my favorite.
Nice.
Maybe the Hulk. I'm not sure. But yeah. Well, I'm saying the cinematic universe. I don't count. I don't count Spider-Man as being an Avenger, even though I think he's an Avenger in the comic books, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Both of them are.
Spider-Man is, in my opinion, the most annoying superhero.
I
know it's your favorite. I know it's your favorite.
I hate you so much right now.
It has nothing to do with the character itself. It's Tobey Maguire.
Save it for a podcast.
It's Tobey Maguire or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
We'll do it for a podcast. We'll talk about superheroes.
That sounds like a plan to me.
I'll write it down.
Awesome.
But your idea for a StarCraft, like outside of an RTS,
yeah,
I agree with you on that one. I think some kind of shooter would be cool.
I mean, we know that they do MMOs well. We know that they do RTS games well. And third person. I mean, what genre have they not done?
A third-person shooter.
Like an action RPG. That's Diablo technically.
Yeah, they haven't done...
kind of, yeah. I don't know.
That's more of like a dungeon crawler kind of thing.
But like a third-person action game, no, they've never done that.
They've not done that. They've done platforming with Lost Vikings.
Yeah.
They've done racing with... What was that racing game?
Oh, that I don't even know if that counts anymore. Like, that's forever ago.
That needs to be a hero. Put the car in the game.
That would be so cool, because they've got the Vikings.
Yeah, why not, right?
That
was like Radical Racing. I think that's what it was.
Is it Radical Racer?
I thought it was Rock and Roll.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Rock and Roll Racing. Yeah, that's what it was for sure. Do it.
Yeah, I would love to see them take on a genre they've never done before, or
racing.
I just don't want to see another RTS. I'm gonna be honest. I love RTSs too.
But I'm kind of sick of Blizzard RTSs. Like, I want them. That being said, I just got done saying how much I want to see Warcraft 3 remastered or Warcraft 4.
Right.
So,
I'm tired of RTSs. Give me another RTS.
I'm over here talking out my ass, but I don't know. Let's be real. I'm going to be happy no matter what they announce.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. We've got a lot to look forward to this week, and I'm sure they'll make us throw everything we've got in our wallets and then some at the screen. So we'll go over some live reaction videos maybe, or maybe we'll do like a post follow-up podcast just to see how accurate our predictions were, or maybe if they surprised us, or like Zach was saying, blindsided us with a few announcements. But until then, make sure you let us know what you thought of this podcast. What do you guys think Blizzard is going to announce? Leave a comment below, either on Google Play, iTunes, or YouTube. We'd be happy to hear what your thoughts are and what your topic ideas are. Always looking for new things to talk about, so definitely keep us posted there. And as always, you can follow us on our socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and a Twitch as well. We've got a new Twitch schedule up. We've been using that for the past couple weeks. Tim is actually streaming quite a bit now. He's on there about 4 days a week.
Yep.
He's doing a lot of Resident Evil lately, and we actually got him hooked on Heroes. So you're going to see a lot of group nights on Heroes of the Storm and some other games too. Fam Fridays. So until next week on the podcast, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Winds be at your back. Blood and thunder.
Blood and thunder. Loktar Rogar.
Sug.